Buenos días todos. ¿Cómo están? Well, um, yeah. Yesterday I rode el autobús for um, primero tiempo for my first time, and it was very interesting. Um, Leaving the house, it was easy because it's a residential area, so I can take 3 bus lines, and pretty much those are like the basic buses that come through the neighborhood. So it's just kind of like a bus comes. I check a little, my host father, he wrote it down on a slip of paper, and I look at the paper. It's my bus. I get on, I pay, they give me my change, and I go sit down. And after taking public transportation in New York, it's not a big deal. My host parents are really nervous about me knowing the stop to get off, once I get close to the school or whatever. But it's really not that difficult. Now today, or yesterday, the thing that did get me was the fact that I pushed the button for the stop, but he had been riding slow, so I thought he was going to stop. But he didn't. And he went past the stop that I needed. And I think what ended up happening was that we had stopped at a light. And I guess maybe if we stop at a light close to your bus stop, there's an expectation that you just get off. But I was waiting for him to actually get at the parada, the actual bus stop with the overhead. And that didn't happen. So the stops really aren't that far apart. So I just got off at the next stop and walked back, and that was fine. The ride home is, the area where the school is a lot more traffic. So there are a lot more buses that come. So I really have to, have my piece of paper out and see which, is one of my 3 buses that can come. And where I stand, there are buses that come on either side of me, so I have to check both sides. And the writing can be kind of small in some of the buses, so I really have to the buses don't always stop at the parada, the bus stop. You have to flag them down. Now in the evenings when I get on the bus, because there's so many people outside, there's usually somebody flagging the bus down. So that way it kind of comes to, a slow creep, and I can try to read the signs of the window, because I would hate to flag a bus down and then it not be my bus, and then nobody else get on. They're kind of looking at me like, why'd you stop me? So yesterday it did take kind of a long time for me to get on one of my my buses, but I mean, I got on, and I was able to get off at my right stop. Now by the time I got home, it was dark, and so I was given a landmark, iglesia, to look for, and that's when I was supposed to ring the bell, ring the bell for me to get off. But I couldn't see the church in the dark. So actually, there's a big blue house that's a block away from the block where I live, and so I actually was able to see somebody else has made for the stop, and I was actually able to recognize that was the stop I needed to get off on, because the neighborhood is starting to look a little, familiar. So I feel comfortable traveling by myself as far as just to the school. I would like to go more downtown, and I'm not really sure what buses take you there. I'm pretty sure probably a lot of buses probably take you there, but from there, I'm not sure if my buses stop there or if I would have to take a bus back to the school or another area and then find my bus to go home. So that's something I just want to find out, kind of before I venture out, if I have to go by myself. Or even sometimes with other people, because we take different buses, so they may be comfortable with their bus line. They're like, oh yeah, let's go somewhere. And then next thing you know, not saying that they do this, maliciously or, have any intent on doing this, but if they can get on their bus and and go home with ease. It's not necessarily that they're going to sit and wait with me until I figure out how to get on my bus. But actually, there was a young girl yesterday who, I think she rode the bus to school, but wasn't sure how to catch it back home. And they actually did kind of, you know, not hold her, yeah, they held her hand so that she was able to get back home safely. So I guess they may do the same for me. I think they would, even though we don't ride the same bus. I don't know. But anyway, let's see what else. The dance classes are going so well. I danced salsa my first day, and merengue I think is what we did yesterday, and we did Molino. We did and I don't know, I don't think these are necessarily the official names, but I think this is how she names them so that we'll know, because one is called complicado. I don't know if there's a merengue called complicated, but I think she was just trying to tell us like this is a complicated step. I think that's what she was trying to say. The dance teacher doesn't really speak English, and we're not supposed to be speaking English in any of our classes, like official classes. We aren't supposed to be speaking English. So all of our moves, like she shows us, which you don't necessarily need words for that. But then she is really helpful in saying, you know, derecha, and, you know, helping us like, you know, right hand and all that kind of stuff. So it's really nice. And when I have a good lead, I feel like I know what I'm doing. And even sometimes I end up having to dance lead. And I think some of them I'm a decent lead. Because there aren't enough guys in the class. But anyway, I don't know if I said this, but my host brothers, one of them was actually going to drive me to school today, so I don't have to take the autobus, which is nice because that means I get to ride in a car and I don't have to pay. But yeah, I'm going to get off now so that I can make sure that I'm on time, so I don't hold them up since he offered to take me on the bus. Love you all very much. Toya and Deary and Naima and Sam and Pastor Robinson and Deacon Robinson and Mommy and Daddy and Tira and Corey and Corin and Paul and Tracy and Sean and Cohen and Cameron and Taylor and Chris and Aiden and Patrick and Ayana. Yay! Please show this to the babies because that's why I did the yay. You know, it doesn't really make sense for me doing that to adults. So please show the videos to the babies. I don't want them to forget about me while I'm gone, and I'm hoping that they can at least see me on video. They'll, you know, kind of maybe know, I don't know, just some type of interaction while I'm gone. Because I know when I was in New York and couldn't come home very often, I don't think they got to see me a lot. So at least if I do these videos, then they'll at least get to see me. So, oh, and I did Skype for the first time yesterday, and that was really cool. I didn't do the video, but I did the audio, and it was really nice. It's like talking on the phone. It's pretty cool, and it's for free. So you all might want to try that or think about trying that. And if you do Skype, well, I'm gonna put this on YouTube, so I'm not gonna give you my Skype name, but well, actually, it's middle name dot last name. So that's my Skype name. Love you all.